Hey everybody, it's John here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the Wasteland Workshop DLC for Fallout 4, grabbing the Trapper achievement. This is to build every single type of cage. You are obviously going to need bait to build the cages, so I put together a little grocery list. Pause the video and write down all you need in a checklist kind of fashion, and I'll show you some places where you can get the stuff. So the best place to get most of the stuff is going to be the Diamond City Market. You want to fast travel here and then talk to this lady at the surplus store. She'll sell a random assortment of items, so you might want to come back here every once in a while. So make sure you buy all the stuff that you need on the grocery list from her. Once again, totally random, so you want to make multiple trips here. You can do the whole thing where you talk to her and then wait and then come back. But anyways, buy as much as you can, and then you want to go to the prescription store, and this guy is going to be a good source of jet, so buy some jet from him. Sometimes he'll have some stuff you need, but most of the stuff you are going to want is from the junk surplus store, because that lady sells food and that guy only sells medicine. So which one do you want to wait till nighttime, because there's two shopkeepers at the surplus store. At the lady in the daytime and the robot dude at night, and each of them carry a different supply of items you need. So go back and then talk to the robot man and then buy all the items you need from him, which will always be different from the lady, even though it's the same store. So buy what you need from him. Then you want to leave Diamond City and then come back a few days later once they restock, and this is where you're going to get the bulk of your items. You can also head to your home base in Sanctuary Hills and talk to Trash Can Carla, the traveling sales lady, and she'll usually carry some stuff you need on her as well. In fact, this is probably the second best place to get items, just because she carries some good stuff on her. As for trying to find these things in the wild, there are some places you can take advantage of. For example, if you walk around, you can find some Brahmin caravans, and you can kill the Brahmins and loot them for their meat. Sometimes you'll get some other supplies on them as well. However, that will get the caravan people mad at you, so keep that in mind. While wandering the forest, you will come across rad stags occasionally, and which one do you want to make sure you kill them and then loot their meat. These dudes do run fast, so make sure you kill them and then get them. You don't want to chase them, and their meat is hardly ever carried by stores, so make sure you wander around the woods and find some. The next type of meat, the mongrel meat, can be gotten off of attack dogs, which you can find in raider camps. I had the most luck with the radio towers to the left of Sanctuary. You want to fast travel to University Point, which is on the right coast, and over here are going to be a bunch of Mirelurks. You want to turn around from the fast travel point and then head down this street right here, and there should be some Mirelurks roaming around on the water line. There's one right here out on the street all by itself. This one usually drops a soft shell meat. Remember, there's two types of Mirelurk meat. There's soft shell, and then there's the regular Mirelurk meat. You want to look for the soft shell, and the drop's completely random, so just make sure you kill as many as you can and gather all the soft shell meat you can. There's also a bunch of Mirelurks indoors. There's glowing Mirelurks here if you are a high enough level, because stronger enemies appear. There's also some nests in here which you can loot for eggs, which you also need to build the traps, so make sure you loot all of those as well. As for bears, the stores rarely carry bear meat, so you want to go to these couple of areas. The Rocky Narrows Park will usually have one or two. Make sure you kill them and loot the bear meat. And another good place is going to be the Fairline Hill Estates. Go up here, and there usually be two bears wandering around. The bears tend to like playground areas for whatever reason. I guess they like to eat children, so make sure you kill them. There is a Brotherhood of Steel Knight here who's trying to get in the way, but no worries, because we are going to loot the bears. As for sting wings, your best bet is to go to the glowing sea. You want to fast travel to Virgil's cave and then head to the right. You'll find this like radioactive lake here with a bunch of stingwings flying around. Stingwings are going to be the dragonflies, so don't confuse them with the mosquitoes, and your best bet to find them is in that area, because they hardly ever spawn in the non-radioactive places. But once you get all your ingredients, head back to your home base and then start building all of the cages. They need the bait as well as steel and copper usually, but you should have a bunch of those. If not, they're super common, so just go into some dungeon areas and then loot all of the miscellaneous junk items and then just scrap them for materials. But since this is post-game stuff, you should have a ton of it, unless you just like wasting your materials on building useless things. But just keep building up all the cages. You can spread them out if you want to, or build them in a nice concentrated area. Once you build the last one, you should get the achievement 20 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.